Hello and welcome to Your Money, Their Hands. And this week we're going to look at the hot stock market topic, commodities. And I'm joined by Angelos Damaskos. He's the Chief Executive Officer of Sector Investment Managers and more specifically the advisor to the Junior Mining Fund. New kid on the block, Junior Mining Fund, Angelos. Let's talk gold first. Record levels, can they continue and what's driving it?
Well, it's a particularly important point in the trajectory of the gold price, Robert, because I think the investors' focus now is focusing on safe haven investing. The people are concerned about the unprecedented printing of money by central banks, the potential for inflation going forward into the future as all this money is being pumped into the economy. And gold has traditionally been the safe haven, the safe store of value since antiquity. So it's becoming now a focus for investors who are concerned about the monetary stimulus coming into the economy, unemployment rates, keeping the economy growth down, and potentially inflation.
So there's a big worry there. It's back to the safe haven argument, isn't it, as being, as you mentioned, a store of value. But at these levels, is that sustainable?
Well, many people expect gold to top $2,000 an ounce. And if you inflation adjust the last high, which happened in 1980, it could well exceed 2,000. Now, the important thing to note is also that central banks around the world this year have become net buyers of gold bullion. So across the whole spectrum of investor band, if you like, from retail investors right through to the central banks, many people are focusing in gold. Now, all the gold that has ever been mined since the world started can fit in 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools. So it's a relatively finite volume of commodity. So if you have too many people demanding exposure to this precious metal, the prices obviously can respond and go significantly higher.
Do you think there's enough support for the 2,000 level?
Possibly. Possibly. Immediately, probably not. It will take some time until the momentum builds up and enough support for the price builds up. But it's not unlikely we will see that price in the next 5 years, say.
Looking at the other sectors, the commodities you're investing in the Junior Mining Fund, what are your favourites at the moment?
Well, the fund is focusing to a great extent to gold. We are investing in small capitalization companies because we believe they give better capital appreciation potential to the gold bullion price. And I will explain that in a minute, if I may. But 70% of the fund is focusing on gold mining companies, 10% in other precious metals such as silver, platinum, etc. Another 10% in base metals, principally copper and some zinc exposure, and final 10% in uranium mining, because we believe in the nuclear power generation as an alternative to the energy shortage.
Well, you mentioned there about digging a little bit deeper into the smaller companies. I'm quite interested in that. How do you pick it when the FTSE 100 and so many indices are actually dominated by these mining giants?
That's right, yes. First of all, we believe that smaller companies are much more focused than the larger diversified miners. And for that reason, we find it easier to analyze and look at their asset base, look at what kind of reserves and resources they have in the ground. And most importantly, how can they bring it to production and capitalize from the high commodity prices. So we look at large reserves or resources in the ground, and relatively speaking to the peer group to buy at an attractive price. Then we look at their cash flow generation from the current production, the future growth in cash flow and production, as well as the management skills, and whether the management has the competence to discover additional resources and add to this portfolio.
So, in terms of examples, what about your 3 largest holdings? What are they at the moment?
Yes, the fund has started investing on the 8th of September. So we are gradually building a portfolio, but we have significant core holdings in companies like Centamin Egypt, which is a recent producer. It has recently started producing. It's going to move to the main market later on this year from AIM. Therefore, it will become the focus of larger funds and investors who cannot invest in smaller companies listed on AIM. The next one is Norseman Gold, which operates Australia's longest operating mine. It trades at a cash flow multiple of under 7, which we find very attractive against a peer group multiple of probably 20. And finally, a company called Medusa Mining, which operates gold mining in the Philippines.
Excellent. Angelos, thank you very much indeed.
Pleasure.
Angelos Damaskos there. He's the advisor to the new fund on the block, Junior Mining. And that's it for this week. But don't forget to keep up to date with all the latest news, views and analysis online and, of course, in the Saturday and Sunday papers. Thank you for watching and please join us again next time for more top tips.